Hey everyone, it's Sergio, day trader, back with another weekly overview video of the S&P futures. It is March 12th, 2023, 9 p.m. here in the beautiful West Coast. Hope everyone had a good Sunday and a very good weekend. We had one good day of weather here in the Bay Area, so I hope everyone here in the Bay was able to take advantage of that. And if you had some good weather wherever you live, hopefully you guys got to go out and enjoy that and make the most of it. um, I know we've been having some crazy weather throughout the U.S. here these recent times. So yeah, hope everyone had a good weekend. I do want to preface this video with trading is very risky. Please do not take anything I say as financial advice. I do not know anything, guys. I am just like you. I am trying to weather the storm of the current macro market environment, or macroeconomic environment, rather. So yeah, please do your own research, do your own due diligence. I might have or share a couple ideas on trades or whatever, but it is just for content. It's not supposed to be taken as financial advice. I'm just here to provide some information and share how I view the market. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. A couple things I do want to highlight are futures rollover and daylight savings time. A couple things that do play into effect, especially for us here in the United States. Please roll over your contracts for the front month. We should be on ESM, right? Let me double check that. So Nasdaq is NQM3, and uh, S&P is, yep, ESM3. Cool. All right. So now we got the important stuff out the way. How did everyone do last week? Pretty good. Okay. Could have been better. Drop it in the comments section. I love to hear for it, or love to hear it. I particularly had an okay week trading wise. If you guys checked out my trade review video, my first one actually, published last Saturday, I believe. I actually promised a weekly overview video the following day, but I was hit with some uh, pretty devastating news. Well, not devastating news because I saw it happen in real time, but a tree fell on my car. Yeah, a huge 250-foot tree just completely smashed my car. It's totaled. It's done. So I just wasn't in the mood to record. Um, it was kind of a bummer because we've lost uh, we've lost two c- we've lost two cars in the last 3 months here in front of my apartment. So um, yeah, we just had the worst luck here. Not sure if that's a sign from the universe telling us to move out, or go somewhere away from the city. Um, so yeah, apologies for not following up with the video. Um, I hope you understand. I wasn't in the right headspace. But I did trade. So I would like to hear how you guys did. So go ahead and drop it in the comment section. I finished the week off. Okay. So, this is my month P&L. So I'm up just a little over 30 points for the month. Okay, definitely better than the last 2 months. Um, and there's a lot of March left, so I'm pretty content with my performances thus far. Uh, and for the week, I am just a little over 10 points. Let's see, what was Monday I snagged 4.25. On Thursday I was able to snag 18 and a half points. But on Thursday I gave back 12, 12 and 12 and a half points. So, and Thursday was that crazy trend day to the downside. So I was playing the end of day. I was doing an end of day reversion mean play. Got suckered in. I attempted the idea 3 times. I think I might have been one too many times. But Yeah, I'm not too upset about that. It was well calculated, well taken as far as location, risk management. Um, just didn't work out. I think an experienced trader would tell me, look, we if you look at the hour chart, there hasn't been one green candle. There should be no reason why you step in front of it. And yes, that is true. I completely understand. I get that. But I had I'm more glad that I took the trades because 6 months ago, I wouldn't have taken the trade, and it would have worked out, and I would have been kicking and screaming about, oh, I knew, well, not knew, but I prepared for this, but I didn't take the trade. Why didn't I take it? I don't know. Now I'm like, okay, I'm taking the trade. I'm gonna execute. The risk management is there. I'm not exposing my behind. And by that I mean, like, I'm not going in without a hard stop, or I'm risking, 20 points to possibly just make maybe 10 points. So it was well calculated. So I understand if you're telling me, Sergio, you shouldn't have to, especially on that day, you shouldn't have taken along. You should have gone in earlier, and you would have been able to sell the whole day without even having to look at your screen. And yeah, I mean that's the goal, is to be able to get to that experience level and be able to hop on these trend days early and just be able to walk away from the computer and just let the points rack up. But it is what it is. So I gave up a little over half the week, little over half of the week's gains. Yeah, week's gains. But I'm sitting at 30 points for the month. So going into this week, pretty suspect, just because of you know the unraveling of the whole banks today. Fed announcing that they're going to bail out SVB and Signature Bank out of New York. So I think there's a lot of information to digest tomorrow. So I am going to, just kind of stand on the sidelines and wait for market to decide on a direction, and then, kind of act on that. Uh, I did come up. I do have some information that I want to go over as far as what to expect for the week. But there's just um, the information that market has yet to digest. Um, CPI coming out on Tuesday. I'll go over the news for the week. But there's quite a bit of announcements this week, and then next week we have FMOC. So it's going to be a pretty critical 2 weeks coming up here. But as long as you stay patient, protect your capital, and then formulate some good ideas with some good R factor, and you can hopefully uh, be able to weather this storm with calm and ease, and be able to come out with some gains. So um, that's what I hope for everyone. So want everyone to perform good. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into news that we are expecting for the week. All right, starting with Monday. I think Monday's gonna be pretty quiet. Uh, yeah, nothing to be too concerned about on Monday. Tuesday we have our inflation numbers, as well as the Fed speaker. So inflation is pre-market, and then so the Fed speaker doesn't come out till like 1:20, so that's gonna be after my training session. So I won't be too worried about that. Um, Wednesday we have PPI retail sales numbers. Thursday Thursday we got building permits, so some housing sector. We got European interest rates. That'll be an interesting global event to or global announcement to pay attention to. Friday is seems pretty quiet. Michigan consumer sentiment. So, um, yeah, and then like I said, I believe it's Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday we got FMOC. So, it's gonna be a pretty busy 2 weeks. Um, like I mentioned earlier, I don't see myself participating at all tomorrow. Um, but I'll probably come in on Tuesday after the interest. I'm sorry, after inflation numbers come in. Hopefully, be able to formulate some type of idea after what I see tomorrow. I'm honestly hoping for a balanced day. I'm looking for a balanced day tomorrow, and then be able to trade the breakout. That would be best case scenario, as a balance session would kind of indicate that okay, we're previous 2 days have just been nothing but puking to the downside. Um, let's stop here. Let's take a little pit stop. Let's catch our breath, and then inflation numbers come in, whether those are priced in already or whether they completely surprise us. We can just trade the breakout. So that's just my premature idea of uh, formulation, if that's a word. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, yeah, that's very premature. Nothing to act on. Nothing is concrete. So that's the news for the week. Um, let's see. Let's get into the charts. Let's see how actually. Let me see how everyone is doing. Markets, futures. Yeah, Globex is going crazy. Dow is just under 400 points. Nasdaq is a little over 200 points. S&P is up 64 and a half. Yeah, crazy Globex session going on right now. So interested to see how London opens up. Yeah, it definitely looks like we are trying to catch our breath, or I mean, we might have people covering their shorts. Um, but if new buyers come in, then we could definitely see a nice little retracement. Oh, I'm sorry, a correction, and then which could increase the probability of us having a balanced day, which is what I mentioned earlier. And then how do we act on that? I already said that. Go back 2 minutes. You'll hear it. Let me go into charts. We have a weekly open at let's see, weekly open at 39.17. We have just we have covered a lot of range. We were trading 39.65 at one point. Crazy profile that we have going on right here. Um, Trading this bottom distribution of this, I guess, triple distribution day. So, kind of weird, but we are seeing a lot of business being done here in this 39.30, 39.40, 39.50 area. So, interested to see if we can maybe uh, break this rectangle. Uh, Marks the value area of the previous week. So if we can break this, maybe get a nice little tag uh, to the naked point of control. I mean, um, that'd be a nice little clue going forward, and what's probably or likely to happen is just a continuation of this choppiness that you see up until uh, last Thursday and Friday. It kind of the narrative was kind of the same. Just market had no conviction to the upside, to the downside. Um, with and especially with volatility being as low as it was, which is there wasn't really any good opportunities. Um, but Thursday and Friday just kind of uh, changed the narrative a little bit. So trying to um, we're just trying to get ourselves together a bit before we decide on what's next. But a nice little break of the previous value area um, would be a good indication for me on do we continue this multi-week balance. Um, But if it seems like this, and it does seem like this lower distribution is being accepted, could we possibly see value area on the weekly time frame? Can we see it get pushed down with the recent news of Fed bailing out the banks? It throws a whole wrench into the narrative. Very reminiscent of 2008. So just be really interesting to see how we open up tomorrow, and how we go about the week, especially with all the news events that are coming out. But yeah, this that's just me kind of ranting and like thinking and talking at the same time, which usually doesn't work out for me. But yeah, just trading into the value into previous week's value area would be interesting. Um, you know, we have a magnet above us, so um, it'd be interesting to see if we can hold above this 39.65 level. All right, so that's the weekly profile. Uh, my daily composite. Here we go. We have the point of control at 39.90. Interested to see if we can get above this 39.36. This is a LVN that is interacted with a lot recently. It does pretty good at holding price below it when market is below it, and vice versa. It does well holding it above when market is trading above it. So if a nice break to this, um, a nice break of this LVN to the POC would kind of add to the confluence of what I just mentioned with the weekly profile. Going over to my micro composite, I do have a micro composite set up, um, and so I guess to give you insight on why I have a micro composite, I'll switch over to this bracket, which we traded, looks like middle and late, from the 15th of December to the 6th of January. We were in this bracket, high being 39.47, so 39.50, and then the low being 39.29. Let me just move this. Excuse me. So 39.50 to 38.20. Um, 39.50 to 38.20. Sheesh. It's a wide bracket, but I created a micro composite based off this this balance. We are trading in this balance, as you can tell, or as you can see here. We uh we traded back into it on Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday after that crazy trend day to the downside, and then we were out of it. So uh, we're trading at 39.60 right now. So we completely rejected the balance. But since that happened in the Globex, I'm not going to make that conclusion concrete. I'd be interested to see if I'm sorry, my voice keeps cracking. I'd be interested to see if we trade back into the bracket or at least test a high, um, in the next couple of sessions. So micro composite was based out of this, and so I have this here. I have an LVN at 39.30. I have the micro composite at 38.97. Another LVN at 38.85. These are all points or levels that I can use to lean on for trade location, depending on the idea. So I'm a big fan of using micro composites, especially if we're trading in a what I would call a historical bracket. So anything anything in the past, I will refer to as historical. So we are in a historical bracket, even though it was just a couple months ago. It was it as you saw, it held pretty nicely. You were able to fade the extremes various times. So It definitely is solid, so I don't see why I wouldn't make a micro composite out of it. Um, okay, so that's the micro composite, and then TPO range. Here we go. I do have some trigger levels marked up here. Uh, you can see here that I have the 3820 to 3950 marked off. So this is the balance. Um, and as you can tell, we I mean, let me see. We had weak lows. We had weak lows on Thursday. Something I didn't really realize. We had weak lows on Thursday, and then we traded up, clear rejection, and then bam, puked. Friday was solid. Friday was solid. I didn't trade. I didn't trade on Friday. I after I gave back those some of those gains, I just took the rest of the week off, which was only one day, but just told myself, let me close out some things for work. You know, I had help. So with the car being completely destroyed, I had to take my girlfriend to and from work. So, and I had to help her with her small business. She is a baker, Ready Set Sweets on Instagram. Check it out. If you're in the Bay Area in Sacramento, we do deliver. Um, so I had to help her do that stuff. So I couldn't really focus throughout the week. So I'm glad I was able to make the gains that I did. But then after giving back some gains, I just took the rest of the week off and let me see what the market's doing. I did have an idea, but my entry never got there, or the market never got to my entry. And then I just sat on my hands and I watched it do its thing. So yeah, no trading for me last Friday. Definitely an interesting session. So we traded within the bracket, so we definitely accepted the bracket during the session. But as you can tell with the Globex is just completely zipped up. I do have some text written here, and this is something that I'm going to, or how I'm going to go about for the week. I have here 3970 trigger level can be used to analyze potential directions. Nice trigger level to lean on for previous RTH rejection acceptance. That's obvious. Um, Point number one can be used to can be used to as I completely butchered that sentence. Can be used as a trade location for a potential fade if market is accepting the 3950 to 3820 bracket. Point number two can be used as a trade location to enter to join longs if market rejects the 3950 to 3820 bracket. Increase in volume should be present with while trading the high of the bracket. Risk of holding can increase. Uh, so what I mean by that is just depending seeing how Thursday and Friday went. If we go long and we see some volume dropping off or some rejection at some of these prices, the risk of holding that long increases. So what I would do to mitigate that is I've marked off some trigger levels above um, to be used as possible targets. So uh, yeah, so I'm pretty much basing a lot of my analysis on the historical bracket that we just recently traded. Like I said, we were out of it for the time being, but that's not to say that we won't test it again. So let's see, and that's about it. I like I said, no real trade ideas. I'm uh, I'm basing um, a lot of the future context that I'll be receiving uh, around this bracket. So, do we accept this bracket? Do we reject it? Um, I have plans for both, um, or at least premature plans. But just honestly, really interested to see how we open tomorrow, especially with everything that happened today and Thursday and Friday. So, um, I expect a wild, choppy session tomorrow. Um, uh, Personally, I would I would love a balanced day to happen, as that will kind of show the market kind of stopping, catching its breath, allowing people to cover their shorts, allowing maybe more sellers to come in, or maybe responsive buyers come in. So a balanced day would be preferred in my opinion, just because I have a setup based off of that, especially seeing how Thursday and Friday played out. A balanced day would be phenomenal for me. Um, but yeah, so no real trade ideas here, guys. Just kind of wanted to check in, um, give you guys a video, give you guys some things to look out for, um, and yeah, I do apologize for not dropping a video last week. As I mentioned, I had a tree fall on my car, so that kind of just killed my mood, and it made the week just a bit more difficult for my girlfriend and I. So, um, but luckily everyone is safe. The car was insured, so it's not a problem. I hope everyone does good. I hope everyone performs to the best of their abilities. Don't be afraid to not put on a trade. That sometimes that's probably the best thing you can do, which is kind of why I keep reiterating that I am not going to be participating tomorrow. I'm going to let this whole narrative transition sharpen up a little bit, so I can kind of have a better understanding myself. We are in the middle of kind of a confusing um, set of events here, so I am going to be sitting on my hands tomorrow, and wait for this to kind of tell me what it's gonna do. So um, I think that's it, guys. I hope you guys have a good one. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good rest of your night. Get some rest. Um, you know, drink some water. Um, Go out and do some exercise if you still have some time. And yeah, happy trading. Good luck this week, guys. It's going to be a busy one, so stay on your toes. And remember always to to protect your capital. And how do you do that? Proper risk management. It's not sexy. It's kind of boring, but that's trading. Trading is not supposed to be exciting. It's supposed to be boring as hell. You know. So have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Please like and subscribe. Drop a comment. Let me know how last week went for you guys. Let me know if you guys have any plans for this week, trading plans, or life plans. Let me know what's going on in your life. I'd love to hear about it. But yeah, with that being said, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. I will talk to you. I will talk to you hopefully maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. If I put in a trade, I'll try to get a trade review video out for you guys. But yeah, you guys have a good one. I'll chat with you later. Bye bye.